Good morning. So this unit, they say it has an oil restriction. No idea what that means. I called them and asked them to give me a run command, so I'm waiting for it to run and then check the oil pressure and see what they mean with that, because I have no idea. Here we go, valves is opening. And the bypass should close. You closing? Yes, it is. Pump is running. This should be kicking on. Come on. Hurry up. Let's do a system 1. Alright, so oil, discharge suction, liquid. System 1, that's system 2. Oh, that's what they mean, I think. Look at that. 28 and 50, 35, 52, 40 and 55, that's 15. Easy. Let it run, let me let it run. That's system 1. That's 9. It's almost 10. Let's go system 2, look worse. Let me give it a minute. Come back to it and see those numbers. Meantime, let me go ahead and open the panels, because I want to know what that means. What is it? What should I do? So I remove the panels, and this is the oil system right here. Look, this is the oil filter, I think. And that's the oil line that goes back to the compressor, goes in, and then goes out, comes back. So that's the transducer that reads what's after the oil filter. But what if it's not the oil filter? That's the line. Goes back out there, goes down to that valve. That valve is open. That screen is so greasy. So much oil. Now it's better. It's open. Continue down. Goes back. Oh, we have a service. Oh, there's a missing cap. We're gonna get one. That's not good. It goes to the oil separator. Goes up. And then we have the discharge transducer, right? Discharge transducer right there. Okay, so there's a drop. Let's think. There's a drop between the discharge and the oil transducer right there. That's the oil pressure. So discharge, let's say 200. Transducer reads 180. So there's, like, for example, 20 degrees. Where is that? Is it in the filter? Is it in the line? Or is it in the transducer, oil separator? How you find that? What we're gonna do is, we have a reading over here, let's say 200. We're gonna put a gauge over here. If it's equalized, if it's equal, that means there is no restriction in that line, the oil separator or that 90. Was it good? Then we leave that there, the gauge, and we put another gauge over here. That's before the oil filter. This right here is before the oil filter. So we will know if there's any restriction in that line between that service valve right there and that service valve right here. If it's equal or like a little drop, because 90 is up, down, right, left, you should have some drop, maybe 1 or 2. If it's, for example, reads 200 and over here 198, 194, no, that's a little too much, but 198, 199, that's fine. I think that's fine. But if we read here 198 or 200 and that guy reads 180, now we know that the oil filter is clogged. This is what's holding the pressure from 200 down to 180. Now we're learning, man. You see, little by little, you have to know and see the whole system before you say, oh, it's an oil filter. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's the line. Maybe it's the oil separator. Yeah, maybe it's the valve was closed. Somebody forget to open it. Something, right? Okay, so let me get my gauges and start comparing numbers between this and that, and the transducer over here, transducer over there. Okay, so here's the phone. Let's put that down here. So it's 0, which is this. Let's put that here. Woo. Yummy. Oh my, oil all over the place. Bad place. Do not put your phone there. Okay, open again. It's one, let's go to the screen. So it says that's the first service valve after the oil separator. It's 148. So, look, 147. You see, that's discharge. 148. 148. So it's equal. So there is no restriction at the oil separator. It's open. If there's restriction, this will drop. Let's move that from here to there. Now we believe that there is no restriction on the line itself from that service valve all the way coming in to that oil filter housing. No restriction. 145. Let's go compare. Like I say, you have to have a drop because of those turns, 90s going up, down. So 149, 146, 3 degrees drop. 145, 147, 44. Yeah, there's like a 3 degrees difference. But the transducer oil reads 135. Yeah, so that's 12. We're getting around 12 degrees difference. 10 is it's like alarming. 10 degrees is alarming. 5, 6, okay. So it's 12, and it's not running 100% because we don't have load. We don't have load. It's early in the morning. It's not that hot. It's not that hot. Let's see the data. What is it? See, 68 coming back. 59 is going out. System 2 is the worst. Let's see how much. What I was gonna look. Oh, the speed. Not bad. 35%. It's barely running. What I could do is go to system switches. System 1, let's turn it off so we can load system 2. So reset lockout. Okay, yeah, system off. Go ahead. Okay, we shut system 1 down. Now system 2 is gonna load up. Go system 2, it is in system 2, and let's see the speed. That's the fan, oil suction, reductor, temperature, speed. 38, 47, 39. Let me give it a minute. 61, still going up. I'm not sure if it's gonna go to 100% because yeah, we don't have load. But anyway, 65 and still going up, 65.8. Let's go to system 2 again. System 1, system 2. Oil 154, 166. Yeah, see, that's 12, still 12. 12 degrees different. Whoever saw that, he says he saw 30 degrees difference. I want to see that. You know, just to document and take pictures. 13. Let me give it a minute. That's 13. 12. It fluctuates between 12 and 13. And you know, this is not gonna get better. It's just gonna get worse. If you have restriction or if you have pressure drop, it won't just magically happen. I mean, fix itself. It's gonna get worse. So you catch it before it goes south. So it went up to 74, almost 75. 74. It won't go up because, like I say, it doesn't have that much load. Pretty sure if it goes to 100, it might show us that 30 degrees difference or maybe 20. Let's go back to system 2. Let's say 160, 173. Yeah. So it still has that 12, 13. That's 13, that's 12. 13. Yeah, 12, 13 it's so okay, so it is the oil filter. How the hell am I gonna do that? Alright. Let me call them and ask them to shut it down and start transferring refrigerant from the compressor side to the evaporator or the condenser. I'll show you how. Until they shut it down, you need to remove that door. What you do, okay, they shut it down. What you need to do, to remove that door, and to remove that door, you do this. Oh shit, that works. Okay, yeah. And then you remove that, and how you do that? Same thing, you do this. Yep, just like that. And then you need to remove that cover. And when you move the cover, look inside, you see the butterfly valve, and you see there is somebody's eating the insulation. Somebody's hungry. Oh, careful. Yeah, maybe something's still inside. Really? Imagine that jumps in my face now. No. Oof. Okay. And then you remove that, and we're gonna close that butterfly. So to close that, this is really hard to close all the way. What you need to do is close it as close as you can with your hand. See, that stops. It's not closed. You need to force it closed. What we do, get a strap. Yeah. Let me set it and I'll come back to you. Okay. You set the strap over here into that. That strap goes in and hooks onto the wrench. See how it is? And now we're gonna force it closed. We're gonna use my other hand to help pushing the wrench while cranking the strap. There we go. You finish closing the butterfly, you open that panel. There is a valve, two valves over here. We need to close them. Let's open that panel. Remove the panel, and there is one right here. Make sure this is loose. It's really sometimes, most of the time, you could loose this with your hand, but because I'm taking a video, this is not loose. All right, just get it loose, and now close that valve. Now this is closed, we need to close that one. You see, this is loose. Now this is closed. Some people, they take it off just to make sure it's closed. They want to see inside. I mean, it's just gonna go and stop. See, it will hit the edge. that pin will hit the edge, and you know that that's it. I like to keep them in place because, you know, you don't want to lose them, just in case if I got sent somewhere else and somebody came to finish the job and he'd be like, where the hell, where are they? Where's the caps? It's right there. Okay. And you will need to take that panel off, the top one. Yeah, when you remove it, you will need to close this guy right here. Just this. Working with one hand. Let me close it. Okay. There we go. Yes, don't forget this, keep loose. Because sometimes it will give you a hard time to close it if that cap is really tight. Yeah, and then that it's behind. I'll show you. That cap right there. Sorry, I say that cap, that valve. And that little one right here. Come on, buddy. I didn't check if this is loose, but it closes really easy. Sometimes really if this is tight, you will have a hard time opening and closing the valve. Let me just lose the cap. Here we go. That's it. You need to transfer now the refrigerant that's inside the compressor. Over here is shut. After the compressor, let's look. After the compressor goes to the oil separator, goes back to the oil, which is goes back to the compressor, which is fine because behind the compressor is shut. What's after, it goes to that. This guy, that big boy, we shut this guy right here. So this is fine. But we have this right here. This is that little valve in the front that we close. So we good with that. We close that. And then if you see in that any connection to that guy, we have this right here. This. If you look up, we close that. So this is isolated. So we have this shut, that shut, this shut, and we are good. We are not going to have anything. Another thing is the economizer line goes to the compressor. That's why we close that. Well, that's why we close that. And this one is also isolated by closing that. So nothing gonna go in. Yes, nothing gonna go in after that. You might say, oh, we don't need to shut this down. But we close it. Now we are having the compressor completely isolated from the system. So we can dump whatever inside to the condenser or to the evaporator, because none of the sides will leak into the compressor because it's shut all over the place. So you could dump the refrigerant, which is not that much, from that compressor to one of the sides, evaporator or condenser. To be able to open this, take the filter out, replace it, and put it back. Uh-oh, red. Needs new batteries. Okay. Yeah, let me go bring my recovery machine, hook it up from that to there. Okay, I remove the shredder valve. It's quicker, a lot quicker, and we bring that big hose. Look how big is that. And then you put that here. Then you connect to N, which is this right here. What's up?
That's lucky.
I know. Trying to get it away from getting like trip hazard, get it inside, but it's stuck. Okay, get closer. Then out. To the condenser. Let me Let me remove that. All right, we remove. Attach this guy. Keep it loose. Now we are going to purge the hose and the unit. What is going on? Oh, it's shut. All right, here we go. Here we go, we purge. Now we open this. See, they're trying to get me fired. I know what I'm doing, man. Let's see. Okay. They're purging. Yeah, be careful. This is not a liquid recovery machine. You could damage it. So really valve it down. Valve it down first and then kick it on start. Hear that? Uh-oh. It's going to negative. I don't want it to go to negative. Be mindful because there's a lot of oil coming out of the oil filter. You know, it's the oil filter's housing. So you watch your machine. You don't want to damage it. Just valve it down if you hear so much noise. I'm opening. You see that? That's the sound I don't like. Now it's fully open. That's good. It's only vapor. Let's leave it to recover the compressor, whatever inside the compressor, and that oil separator. When it's finished, we come back, we open that housing and take the baby out. So this is system 2 oil and discharge. This needs to go down to 0. So 78 oil, 79 at discharge. It will equal, yeah, now see. So it's dropping. Give it maybe like an hour or two because it's a small section. And that's a really good recovery machine. It will recover that maybe like in 3 hours, let's say, because the oil separator has so much refrigerant inside the oil, so it will evaporate until it boils off. It will take a minute. So let's leave it, wait for it to go to 0. Over here, do not let the recovery machine to go on suction. Yes, it's not gonna suck air because it's sealed, but I like it to go to 0 and that's it, and stop it. So I'm gonna keep watching it, and when it goes to over here 1 and then 0, I will stop it. I will just stop it, leave it for like 15 minutes, come back. If there is pressure build up, I will recover it, but if no, I will just start opening. Yeah. Okay, 0. 2. It is 0. Okay, let's stop it. Stop. It's 0. So we close that. Take that off. Okay, so here we go. This is a 6. Let's take that off. That's a 6 millimeter right there. Get the last one, take it and put it right here. Why? This is going to push the cap out. As you see, take that off and put it into that. Wow, I didn't know that. And drop it like this. Don't drop it like this. Alright. Then there's a gasket over here. You just squeeze it. And squeeze it. Squeeze it. Squeeze it and take it out, because you will need to replace that. By the way, this is the model number, part number 02635601,000. That's the filter, and the gasket is right there. Just in case you're like me, brand new, you don't know nothing about this. 02813849,000. That's the gasket. That's the filter. Let me open it. Before I open them, look. See this? Look. It does look like there is some stuff inside. Okay, let me clean that and put the gasket in here. Okay, greased up. Put the gasket, clean it. I put oil. Let's take that off. Let me use my key. Let me try. Trash. Look at that. If that's what's left, let's take a look at that filter. I hope I can. Look. Something here. Let me open it with 2 hands. Okay, look at that. Yeah, it might not look much, but this, by time, it's gonna just be worse. So that's, look at here. How can I? Look. Yeah, that's probably the top part. It's gonna be somewhere clean, which is the bottom. Look, yeah. All right. So we're going to open that guy, clean inside. Oh wow, look at that much oil. We're gonna clean the inside. Oh wow. Okay. Now you might say, oh, there's something is failing. No, it's not. Like I say, those units are new. Whenever they assemble those units, they do clean them. But when there's like shavings and stuff, there's 24 coils in this thing. And God knows how many pipes. It's been cut, brazed, flared. They clean it, but still, it will get caught at that filter. Like failing, you're not gonna see this shaving. You're gonna see a lot bigger stuff and much more noise and failures here. So shavings and stuff, you will see them, and it will clog your filter. No matter how much they clean it, there will be some stuff still stuck here and there, and it will show up at that air filter. If it's too much, that oil separator will clog. But it was just a little bit of shavings that this filter coat. All right, let's put this guy in. Here we go. Just let me show you. See, I just put some oil and manage your way to go to that hole. Don't go to the other hole, Okay, it's in. And this guy, I back up the screws, the bolts. Now it's in. Match the holes and just go by one by one with hand, and then tight. Go. If you ask how tight should I go, 2 daga-dagas. You don't know what daga-daga mean? I'll show you what daga-daga mean. More. one more. Oh, right here. That's daga daga. That's two daga daga. That's it. Finish with that. Oh, come on, I did bring the wrench. What the hell? What? What is it? I know I bring it. It's right here. Two daga daga and one E. See? Teaching you codes. Alright, when you finish, that's it. There we go, done. Okay, getting, oh my god, oil all over the place. Getting the vacuum pump ready, change the oil, just drain that. Just drain and then get a new oil. I hope feel peace watching this. I like this vacuum pump, it's great, but that idea of holding the wire, look what happened. Look. Yeah, I know we could change that, but this thing, I don't not like it. Yeah, but it's a very good pump. Very good pump. I'll take this day and night. Level is good. Close this. Let's go. Now, we'll put this guy back. Okay. Connected the hose back to the vacuum and then we start. Since I'm replacing oil, this is how I do it all the time. I just replace oil every time I do a vacuum, every time. So I don't use the ballast to kick out whatever inside. I just replace the oil, so I just keep it closed. Yeah. And let it vacuum. So what we're gonna vacuum now is this section. That's it. That's a small section. So we'll let it vacuum, come back, check the vacuum below 500 and that should be it. You got a brand new filter. This is how you do it. And then you go back opening all the valves when you finish, and when you open them, make sure your pump is running, because you are gonna release some refrigerant from the say with me, the evaporator. You're gonna release some refrigerant to this section. You don't want to be like, oh, let's release refrigerant, and then the first thing you start is the butterfly valve. This will flood the compressor and it will freeze the pipes. Make sure the pump is running. Make sure the pump is running. So I'm gonna call them and ask them to run the system, because system 1 is still running. It could run. When the system runs, the pump will run. So I am sure nothing gonna happen. So we'll leave it there, let it vacuum, we'll come back to it. Okay, so I put that on that oil separator on the top. There's a service valve, it's going down 720, 711, 714. Let's get back to it. Alright, so it went below 500. This is great. Let's close that. Closed it, remove that. Now let's close this. Shut that vacuum and start doing all of this. Let me me put the gloves and release refrigerant from the condenser, from the compressor. Let me call them and ask them to turn on the pump, so I can turn on the, release the refrigerant, open all the valves I closed, and then we run it. The system is off, but I want the pump to be on before I release any refrigerant. Okay, they turn on the pump. The unit is about to come on. Let me clean up and come back. Or matter of fact, let me use the super power. Oh. Why is this still open? Must be something wrong. Let's see what's going on here. Why this stays open? Oh, it's reminding me of that. Okay. We got it fixed. Alright, let's put this manual with our hand. Let's do some work. Now we got it finished. Let's turn it on. Let's turn on the unit. System switches are off. Here's on. System 2 is on. I need system 2. Okay, let's wait for it. It's gonna start both. Let me give it a minute. Alright, just shut down. Now it's gonna start both systems. Let's leave it for a second and see system 2. 6. Look at that. 4. 4. 5. 5. Let me leave it for 4. Let me leave it for a second and see when it goes to a higher speed, when it gets fully loaded, and then I will check it back. Okay, so I shut system 1 down because I want this to go to 100%. Now it's like 100%, 99.9. Let's go to system 2. System 2. Oh, 121, 22, 222, 228, 3, 5. See, there's 5 degrees difference. Great. Better than 12. It was 12 before. 5. 6. 5. Yeah, so it's staying between 5 and 6. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so we got 5 degrees now difference, oil pressure difference. This is it. I guess I pass. I guess I know what I'm doing. So if you have this issue, this is how you fix it. Just go home.